So today we're just going to be talking about fear, and I'm going to give you guys 9 ways to conquer fear today, right now, in this moment, wherever you at. Okay, so the first way to conquer fear is to understand it and embrace it. So the first step to conquer fear is understand and embrace it. Fear exists to keep us in a safe place. Fear is neither good or bad. It just exists to keep us in a safe place. So instead of taking it as something that is going to prevent us, you take it as a way to inform your actions, not a way to control them. So once you have that mindset to say that fear isn't good or bad, it's not something that can control my life. Instead, you embrace it. Don't run from it. Embrace it. Because in the end, there's something that you need to learn. There is something causing that fear that you need to learn from it. So instead of running from it, embrace it. Use it as a way to inform your actions, not a way to control them. Number 2, so the second way to conquer fear is to name it. Stating what your fear is gives you the strength to face it. Okay? It gives you the strength to deal with it. So say it out loud. Write it down. Read it out loud. Name it. Once you name that fear, it no longer has control over you because now you know what it is. So now that you know what your fear is, that gives you the strength to deal with it. So write it down. Name it. When you try to ignore your fear, it grows. But when you put a name on it, it shrinks down. The third way to conquer fear is to educate yourself. We are afraid of nothing as much of the unknown. So if your fear is based off of knowledge, educate yourself. Educate on the information or knowledge that you need to examine a situation that you're trying to get into. So educate yourself. So the fourth way to conquer fear is to prepare, practice, and role play. Okay. So what I mean about prepare, practice, and role play, say for instance that you have an interview coming up, and that is one of your fear. Role play it. Do mock interviews with someone. Research the questions that you think that they're going to ask you, and role play it. Take time and practice. Say for instance you have a speech coming up, and you're afraid to speak in public. Practice it with someone. Maybe do it with just one-on-one, and then grow bigger and bigger as you practice and as you put time into it. Say for instance that you have a presentation that's coming up. Practice it. You got to prepare yourself for this. It's not going to just happen overnight. You're not just going to be great at something. You have to put in the work. So you have to practice it. You got to prepare yourself, and you got to do role plays. So the fifth way to conquer fear is to visualize success. When in doubt, use where you want to be in the next 5 years as a way to motivate you. Use where you at right now and where you want to be in 5 years to motivate you. By doing that mind map in your head, by putting yourself in that position in 5 years, that's going to motivate you. That's going to put that fire up under you. That's going to cause movement in your life because you're allowing where you want to be the motivation, not for where you at right now, for where you want to be at. So just visualize where you want to be at. Use that as a way to kind of push you to get over fear. Don't ignore fear. Like I said in the first one, embrace it. Don't ignore it, embrace it, but use it as a stepping stone to put you in a better position. Number 6, so the 6th way to conquer fear is to reach out and get help. Whatever it is that you're afraid of, is there any way you can find someone that can help you so that you don't feel like you are alone? Can you find a mentor or a support group to help you get through it? If you think about it, athletes have coaches, students have teachers, sometimes even friends. Just know that whatever that you're going through, you're not alone. And I'm pretty sure someone is going through the same thing that you're going through, or someone has been through the same thing that you've been through that can give you a lending hand. So reach out, get help. Don't feel like you're ever alone. Okay, so the 7th way to conquer fear is to follow others. Find a recipe. Ask yourself, are you doing something that no one never done before? Or can you follow someone who is already successful in something that you're trying to accomplish? Is there a formula to success? Has someone written a book about what you are afraid of? Has someone did it? Can you find someone else's success story and tweak it for your own recipe? Can you? I'm pretty sure there's ways that you can find someone else who has conquered whatever it is that you are afraid of in this moment. Find that person. Read up on their success story and tweak it so you can make your own recipe, okay? The 8th way to conquer fear is to have a positive mindset. What would you do if you had a guarantee of undertaking success? Would you try more things? Would you keep working alongside others who have gave up quickly? People who have a positive mindset are successful because they have not given up after everybody else has. So what makes you different? Those people that you look up to could have gave up after the first try if they didn't. They didn't. And they're successful because they have that positive mindset to keep going and to keep pushing. So are you going to mimic them and do the same thing, or are you going to sit there and watch them become more successful? It's up to you. And the last way to conquer fear is focus on others to motivate you. And what I mean by focusing on others is you go and you take your top 5 inspirational people of all times in your life. You take them, you read about them. You don't just read about their success story, because what you've seen is where they are now. You have not seen where they came from or the work that they put in. So instead, you go back, read about them. Read about the times and the times and the times and the times they failed. Because that's what's going to motivate you. What they have now is not going to motivate you because you didn't see the work that they put in. But what's going to motivate you is the things that they had to do, the things that they had to give up, the things that they had to try over and over again to get to where they at. So you go back there, read about them, learn about them, discover some of the things that you can mimic in your life, and use that as a motivation to push you to don't give up. So I just really hope that you guys take away from this video is to not give up, and don't allow any emotion, especially fear, to stop you from being great. We are all born to be great. We are all born to have a life that is fulfilling. Don't allow the emotion of fear to stop you. And I just hope you guys really enjoy this video. If you guys last this long, thank you. Remember to click the like button, comment your thoughts below, and subscribe because I have more videos on the way. Thank you.